Hey, sweetie.
All right, just going to review quickly the Duotone, the new unit, state some of the really obvious things that have changed, and then just give my thoughts after my first ride. And I'll roll some clips on that, and then we'll get back to the review.
Yeah, holy moly. Once again. 6 metre, couple with a 75 litre board and a 109.5 AXIS Wing, 80cm mast. Loving the handles. Just loving everything.
Straight off the bat, obviously everybody knows, if you're watching this review, you know what some of the features are of this wing, so I won't be too crazy about them, but the handles get a big tick from me. I love them. I really, really love them. The thing I like the most is how much easier it is to get on foil to pump. It's like super direct feel, which I really, really like. The canopy tension is good, much better than what I have been riding, which is the Matador LT, which is a powerful wing, but this just feels so much better, I have to say. So I feel like all my reviews are just shitting on Nash at the moment, but.
Emotional damage!
The other things that I love is the dump valves on the strut, on both sides, leading edge. I love the connection, like, don't overestimate a good connection system and a good pump. And one of the things I still love about my Duotone kites is that pump connection. Nash does a great one. Some of the others don't read very well the PSI reading, and I think for winging, getting the right PSI is super important for your winging to enjoy it, for the wing to perform how it's supposed to. This is my go-to wing from now on. I'm in a warm climate. 15 knots for us is probably a little bit weaker than, say, 15 knots in a cooler climate. So some guys say that they can get up in 12 knots, but I suspect that that's colder wind, so I think that's a fair assumption for the most part. Smashes up wind, handles the gusts really well. I looked at the wind chart and it got up to 20 knots today and I was having a great time. So going down on a wave and tacking back up wind in one tack to cover back the ground that I'd lost. So don't like the windows. I'm not a windows fan. I wish they'd make a model without the windows. Pack up, and I don't think I looked through it once. To me, they're in the wrong position, but it wasn't particularly busy today, so I could be wrong about that too. But yeah, big tick from me. The other thing was the luffing was really, really quite good for a wing this big. I only had one instance where I came in directly at the kite, so it was pretty much my fault. And that bottom edge dragged, but I managed to recover and get it back up. So yeah, it didn't flip on me once. Now it's gonna flip, no. Yeah, I just had a really great session. But my main thing is, as a 95 kilo rider, I would never hesitate in getting a bigger wing. And I know that's probably counter to what people are saying, and maybe I'll change my mind later on, but I just think getting up on foil, you don't want to be stressed about that. So I want the best gear to get me up on foil so I can have the most fun. I don't know how much extra performance people think they get out of a 4 meter because it's smaller, but maybe I'm just not there yet. For the most part, the dog's eating my pumpkins. Wait, get out of it. Oh. Feels good.
I finished the session by coming in behind the wind shadow, and this is one of the tricks that you can do, is once you've got speed, if you pump the foil as you would normally say when you're prone surfing, and you pump your wing, you just continue to create apparent wind. And so as long as you can keep that speed up, you can go into where there's no wind. So like, there's almost literally no wind where I am right now, but I'm just pumping the wing, pumping the foil, and that's just keeping that apparent wind going, which is super fun and a great party trick. People on the beach always seem pretty confused, but it's a great way to finish the session for me here, because it means I can get out of the current and get nice and close to where I end up packing up. So if your area permits doing this, highly encourage it. It's good fun.